I'm Brian Lenz with a look at your local news. With the detection of clubroot in District 9B in Saskatchewan, the need to use hybrid varieties that offer disease resistance is becoming more critical. In this week's Agriculture Report, Gerard Lampow meets a researcher who is putting in the groundwork to give producers a high yield.
We're really impressed with the new varieties that are coming out. Like, you can maximize on your yields with hybrids compared to conventional varieties.
John Wozniak seeded 1,000 acres this year of 1020 clubroot resistant variety. He was one of several area producers listening to a recent talk on the benefits of hybrid varieties.
So there's a lot of time and a lot of commitment and a lot of people involved in developing hybrids and bringing them to market. So I want to share some of our experiences in what we do and how some of the challenges that we face when we are evaluating the hybrids in the field and how similar they are to what the growers may experience when it comes to weed control, insect control, disease control.
Sarah Freeman has been working with the Dow Agri-Sciences for the last 20 years, mainly in research and development. She advocates using hybrid varieties for controlling weeds and maximizing harvest potential. One area of critical importance is using hybrid varieties that offer resistance to diseases like clubroot.
If we can build the resistance into the germplasm and the hybrids that we're bringing forward to the market, then that makes it a lot easier if we can, whether it be the herbicide tolerance, the clubroot disease resistance or whatnot, makes it a lot easier to manage that pest.
Freeman speaks on the background of developing a canola hybrid. She says researchers tackle those same issues that producers face. She also has her own family operation near Watrous.
I was always interested in the farming aspect, the grain farming aspect on the family farm, and decided I'd go to university and continue that to expand my knowledge.
Freeman travels across the prairie provinces during the growing season, doing both research and development and tours for producers who are always looking for the top-yielding hybrid. Her work is important to canola growers like Wozniak, who has been using the Nexera variety for over 10 years.
See, when I started with Nexera, we were in at 30 bushels. Now we're pushing the 55 bushel in our area.
Gerard Lampow, Newcap News.
Students at the Lloyd Comp have been hard at work over the last few months, getting ready to hit the stage with the charming musical Radio Gals. Michaela Henschel reports.
In Cedar Ridge, Arkansas.
From singing to dancing, these students do it all. Radio Gals will transport you to the 1920s when radio was the best thing since sliced bread.
The lead character, Hazel Hunt, she has a radio transmitter, and unbeknownst to the authorities, she starts broadcasting her own radio station out of her living room. It's super kind of a wacky musical, but the musical talent in it, and I should mention the voices. I have some super talented singers, so the musical talent is through the roof.
Students have been rehearsing non-stop getting ready for opening night, but getting to that point has presented its challenges.
There's lots of challenges, like doing everything at once, remembering dances, like choreography, singing, and practicing your lines all at the same time. Trying to remember them is really hard. But you just gotta find little times when you're not busy with other things to practice everything, and you gotta make sure you know everything.
Despite the challenges, the love of performing and being part of the production is why these students dedicate so much of their time to the craft.
I like it because it's kind of like your family. Like, we're all best friends, and I don't know, I just feel so welcome. It's a good thing to come to every day.
These students make it look so easy, but don't get nervous before stepping foot on the stage.
I try to just calm myself down. I do vocal exercises and exercises to pump myself up, and I'm really nervous before I get on stage, but once I get on stage, it's like all that nervousness goes away and you're just on stage and you're performing.
Radio Gals will hit the stage December 13th through 16th at the Barons Court Theatre. For ticket information, email baronsdrama@lpsd.ca. Michaela Henschel, Newcap News.
The first semester has come to an end for the ACAC, which means the Rustlers have a little more time for other things. This week, Kira Lyons and Connor Chan take advantage of that and head to Lakeland to meet up with our Athlete of the Week.
So this week we're doing things a little bit different. Our athlete of the week is Caitlin Tanita, and I usually help with the Lakeland Rustlers coaching, so she thinks I know everything, right? Yeah. I know everything, yeah. Yes. So she has nothing to teach me, so instead of me doing it, it's going to be Connor this week. They're going to play a little bit, and she's probably going to show him a thing or two. So yeah, let's get started.
Caitlin is a University of Regina transfer. She redshirted one season with the Cougars before joining the Rustlers. Through 12 games this season, Caitlin leads her team in scoring and minutes per game. She's an 80% free throw shooter and one of Lakeland's biggest threats beyond the arc.
Ooh, lucky bounce. We're gonna play some horse.
Okay.
Have you ever played horse before?
Back in the schoolyard days, yeah.
Okay, so I can start, and so if I make the shot, then you have to make it, okay. And if you miss it, you get an H, and then whoever gets horse first loses. Okay, let's go. Okay. Ooh, this has to be a bank off the backboard. H. Behind the back, left hand left. Left, behind the back. Oh, okay.
Let's go. Kid's still in it. Is that?
Yeah. Good job.
That E? So I lost.
You lost.
I had all that momentum from the last one, though. I had all that momentum.
Caitlin and the Rustlers sit at 9-3 on the season, and you can catch them at home again January 26th.
This is for all those coaches that said I couldn't make a basketball team, even though I never tried out.
Using comedy to speak to important issues is a time-honored tradition in the theater community. For the Gordon Tootoosis Kinyuen Theatre, jovial banter comes naturally.
What the heck are you looking at? Turn it off!
It was actually Saskatchewan Native Theatre Company. It was opened in 1999, and one of our founders was Gordon Tootoosis, the late Gordon Tootoosis, and after he passed away, the company was going through some transitional changes that we kind of wanted to define a new era.
Dallas Standing says while Tootoosis played alongside Brad Pitt in movies like Legends of the Fall, he was a strong community member and role model. The theater rebranded about 3 years ago, and they've been taking their show on the road. Their Christmas plays follow the adventures of 3 grandmothers.
This year's a little bit of a different one. It's Vegas Vacation, where the 3 Cookums, their grandkids aren't coming home for this Christmas season. They're all spread out. So this year they want to have a treat for themselves, so then they decide to go to Vegas for a vacation for Christmas instead.
The production is part of a 10-part series and is being appreciated by the Lakeland College audience.
The show was really funny to see, and to see First Nation actors and how they use slang to get the message across in comedy.
The theater company will be at the Broadway in Saskatoon from December 6th for more engagements. As Lloydminster residents prepare to welcome Old St. Nick this weekend during Here Comes Santa Claus, some folks are getting ready to take an icy plunge for a good cause. Saturday at 11 a.m., the old Synergy parking lot will be transformed into the Handy Van Society's Polar Bear Splash. Participants fundraise at least $100 for the charity before making the jump.
Have some teams that are doing it, multiple people at a time, some singles, and then we've also got the mayor, for example, who is trying to is saying that he's going to be doing the polar plunge, but it's going to take $10,000 to get him into the pool.
All proceeds go to the Lloydminster Handy Van Society, who will also be unveiling a brand new van donated by the Fred North Foundation.
We've always been supported by the community. We get very little government money, so this is just something that we're trying for the first time, and I think that it's rather unique, and it's very successful in a lot of other cities, so we're very excited about it.
For more information on how to participate in the plunge or donate, visit the Lloydminster Polar Bear Splash website. That's all the time we have for local news. Thanks for joining us. You can always catch more news in the afternoon and evening or on social media. Thanks for watching and have a good morning.